going to feed some animals. Can you guess what we're going to be making? Yeah, you got it. We're going to be making bird feeders. So the bird feeders that we're going to be making are going to be out of everyday objects, of course. So out of milk cartons. What I'm going to be asking you to do is I need you to get a milk carton, get some paint, cover your area, and then let's meet back here. I have my table covered. I've chosen what carton I want to use. I'm actually going to be using not a milk carton, but an Oasis juice carton. And the first step that you have to do is you have to wash inside of the milk carton. I opened mine up and I put water in it, swished it around, emptied it, and it's ready to go. Now it's time to paint. So what you want is you want something that's covered your area, your paintbrushes and all your paint and your colors that you've chosen, and then you can start painting your cardboard. I've just completed the first coat of paint on my juice box. Now I have to let it dry. You're going to need several coats of paint, and the reason why is because you're painting on a board that actually has a shine to it, and that makes it harder to cover. So you're going to want to add multiple layers of paint onto this. So this is my first layer of paint. I'm going to wait a little bit for it to dry, and then I'm going to add my second, third, and maybe even fourth. My painting is done. So I did the yellow base coat and I decided to add some nice little pops to it and put some turquoise circles. Now what I have to do is the hard part. You're gonna need a pair of scissors, and what we're gonna need to do is we're going to need to cut a little opening on one side and exactly the same opening on the other side of our bird feeder. The reason why we're doing this is so that we can put the bird seed in. So you're gonna need to take your scissors and you're gonna need to make a hole using one side of your scissor, but you have to be very, very careful when you're doing this. If you need help from anybody around you, you can ask them and I'm sure they'll be glad to help. Once you've made that insertion, what you're gonna do is you're now gonna cut downwards. And you're gonna do the same on the other side. So now you have a flap. You're gonna wanna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna do that. While I'm doing that, you can get started on your first one. You can see I've cut both ends of the bird feeder. You would wanna make sure that you leave a little lip here so you don't cut all the way to the end like this. You wanna keep this here so that your bird seed stays in your container. Next is get some yarn and cut, and you're going to tie a knot in this yarn. You're gonna wanna double knot that. So 1, 2. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna insert this into the cap and you're gonna put the strings on either side. Take your cap and close your bird feeder. Now your bird feeder is hanging. Your next step, I put the string to hang it, is you're going to want to put a perch for the bird. So on a lot of cartons, you'll see that there's a fold at the bottom. You can just stick your toothpick, which is going to be your perch, at the bottom, and you can glue it to secure it, or you can tape it. In my case, I'm going to use tape. Your almost final step is here. What you're going to want to do is get a container and get some bird seed. Try to fill our container up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I can't wait to hang that in the tree. Let's go do it now.